List the stages of the data science life cycle. Stages of the data science life cycle. The data science life cycle consists of several stages: data collection, gathering relevant data from various sources, data preparation, cleaning, pre-processing, and formatting the collected data for analysis, exploratory data analysis, EDA, exploring and visualizing the data to understand its characteristics, feature engineering, selecting, transforming, and creating new features from the data, model building, developing and training machine learning models using the prepared data, model evaluation, assessing the performance of the models and fine-tuning them if necessary, deployment, implementing the models into real-world applications, monitoring and maintenance, continuously monitoring the deployed models and updating them as needed. What is project definition? Project definition involves clearly defining the objectives, scope, and requirements of a data science project. It includes identifying the problem to be solved, understanding the stakeholders' needs, and setting goals for the project. What is meant by data source? Give two examples. A data source refers to the origin or location from which data is collected. Examples include surveys, gathering information by asking questions to a group of people, websites, extracting data from web pages or online databases, defined bivariate. Bivariate refers to an analysis or study involving the relationship between two variables. In simpler terms, it's when we look at how two things are related to each other. For example, we might study how the amount of study time, one variable, affects test scores, another variable. Mention to data factors to check for collecting quality data. Data factors to check for collecting quality data. When collecting data, it's important to ensure its quality. Two key factors to check are accuracy. This means making sure that the data collected is correct and free from errors. For instance, if you're measuring the length of an object, ensure that the measurements are precise and without mistakes. Completeness. This means having all the necessary information and not leaving out any important details. For example, if you're conducting a survey, make sure all the questions are answered by the respondents and there are no missing responses. Where do most organizations such as banks, schools, hospitals, travel agencies, etc. store their data? Most organizations store their data in specialized computer systems called databases. These databases act like digital filing cabinets where they can organize, store, and retrieve their data easily. It's like having a big electronic storage space where all the information, such as customer details, financial records, patient information, and travel bookings, is kept safe and organized. These databases are managed by trained professionals to ensure that the data is secure, accurate, and easily accessible when needed. Name a few data visualization tools available in the market. Here are a few data visualization tools that are commonly used. Tableau. Tableau is a popular tool that allows users to create interactive and shareable visualizations from various data sources. Microsoft Excel. Although it's primarily a spreadsheet program, Excel also offers basic data visualization capabilities through charts and graphs. Google Data Studio. Google Data Studio is a free tool that enables users to create customizable dashboards and reports using data from various sources, such as Google Analytics and Google Sheets. Power BI, developed by Microsoft, Power BI is a powerful business analytics tool that allows users to visualize data and share insights across their organization. Plotly. Plotly is an open-source data visualization library that supports a wide range of chart types and can be integrated with programming languages like Python and R. Name the three types of data analysis. The three types of data analysis are descriptive analysis. This type of analysis involves summarizing and describing the main features of a dataset. It helps in understanding what the data is telling us by examining its characteristics, such as averages, counts, or distributions. Exploratory analysis. Exploratory analysis is used to uncover patterns, relationships, or trends in the data. It involves visualizing data using graphs or charts and conducting preliminary investigations to gain insights and generate hypotheses for further analysis. Inferential analysis. Inferential analysis is about making predictions or inferences about a population based on a sample of data. It uses statistical techniques to generalize findings from a sample to a larger population and to test hypotheses about relationships between variables. Explain analysis by principal components. Principal component analysis, PCA, is a technique used in data analysis to simplify complex data sets by reducing the number of variables while preserving the most important information. Here's a simple explanation. Imagine you have a large collection of data points, each with several different measurements or features. PCA helps you find the most important patterns or relationships in these measurements. It works by transforming the original data into a new set of variables called principal components. These components are linear combinations of the original features and are arranged in order of importance. The first component explains the most variation in the data, followed by the second component, and so on. PCA helps in simplifying data because it allows us to focus on the most significant patterns or trends while ignoring less important details. It's like looking at a complicated picture and identifying the main shapes and colors without getting distracted by every tiny detail. For example, imagine you have data about different types of fruits, including measurements like weight, color, and sweetness. PCA might reveal that most of the variation in the data is related to the size and color of the fruits, while sweetness plays a smaller role. This simplification can help in tasks like classifying fruits or understanding what factors contribute most to their characteristics. What is a line chart? A line chart is a type of graph that displays data points connected by straight lines. It is used to show how something changes over time or to compare trends between different groups. For example, if you wanted to track the temperature each day over a week, you could use a line chart to plot the temperature values for each day, with the days along the horizontal axis, x-axis, and the temperatures along the vertical axis, y-axis. The points on the chart are connected by lines, making it easy to see how the temperature changes from one day to the next. Line charts are great for visualizing trends and patterns in data. What kind of data does scatter plots display? Scatter plots display two sets of data that are related to each other. Each set of data is represented by a dot on the graph, and the position of the dot shows how the two sets of data are connected. For example, if one set of data represents the amount of study time and the other set represents test scores, a scatter plot could show how the amount of study time affects test scores. What is the difference between regression analysis and cohort analysis? Regression analysis and cohort analysis are two different methods used in data analysis. Regression analysis is a statistical technique used to understand the relationship between one dependent variable and one or more independent variables. It helps us predict the value of the dependent variable based on the values of the independent variables. For example, if we want to predict a student's exam score based on their study hours, we can use regression analysis to see how study hours affect exam scores. On the other hand, cohort analysis is a method used to study the behavior of groups of subjects over time. It involves into groups or cohorts based on certain characteristics or criteria, and then analyzing how these cohorts behave or change over time. For example, if we want to study how different age groups of customers interact with an online shopping platform, we can use cohort analysis to track their behavior. Give an example of predictive analysis. Predictive analysis involves using data and statistical algorithms to make predictions about future outcomes. For example, let's say a store wants to predict how many products they will sell next month. They can use predictive analysis by looking at past sales data, along with other factors like the time of year, promotions, and economic trends to forecast future sales. This helps them make informed decisions about things like inventory management, staffing, and marketing strategies. Name at least 5 types of charts and graphs. Bar graphs, these use rectangular bars of different lengths to represent data. They are great for comparing quantities or categories. Line graphs, these use lines to show how data changes over time or across categories. They are useful for showing trends or patterns. Pie charts, these use slices of a circle to represent parts of a whole. They are helpful for showing proportions or percentages. Scatter plots graph, these use dots on a graph to represent individual data points. They are useful for showing relationships between two variables. Histograms chart, these use bars to represent the frequency distribution of continuous data. They are helpful for showing the distribution or spread of data. Name few commonly used data visualization type. Bar charts, these use rectangular bars to represent data. Line charts, these show data points connected by lines, useful for showing trends over time. Pie charts, these display data as slices of a circle, showing proportions. Scatter plots, these use dots to represent data points on a two-dimensional plane, helpful for showing relationships between variables. Histograms, these display the distribution of numerical data, similar to bar charts but for continuous data. What are the 5 reasons for using data visualization? Here are 5 reasons for using data visualization. Clarity. Data visualization makes complex information easier to understand by presenting it in visual formats like charts and graphs. Insight. It helps to uncover patterns, trends, and relationships in the data that may not be obvious when looking at raw numbers. Communication. Visualizations are an effective way to communicate insights and findings to others in a clear and compelling manner. Decision-making. Visual representations of data can aid decision-making by providing a quick and intuitive way to assess information and identify key insights. Engagement. Visualizations are engaging and memorable, making it easier for people to absorb and remember information compared to plain text or numbers. How is data visualization used to make data digestible and easy to understand? Data visualization is used to convert complex data sets into visual formats such as graphs, charts, maps, and infographics, making the information more accessible and understandable. This approach leverages the human brain's ability to process visual information more efficiently than text or numbers alone. By visualizing data, patterns, trends, and outliers become more apparent, allowing users to grasp difficult concepts or identify new insights quickly and effectively. Why it is important to highlight an important point in a set of data? Highlighting important points in a data set is crucial for several reasons. Focus. It directs the viewer's attention to key findings or critical insights, reducing cognitive load by simplifying information consumption. Communication. It enhances the ability to communicate the most vital parts of the data clearly and concisely, especially in presentations or reports. Decision-making. It aids stakeholders in making informed decisions based on significant evidence highlighted within the data. Memory retention. Important points, once highlighted, are more likely to be remembered by the audience. What does it mean when we ask, "What do you wish to find?" in data visualization stage? Asking, "What do you wish to find?" in the data visualization stage is about identifying the objectives of the analysis. This question helps in determining the type of visualization that will be most effective for the goals. It clarifies the focus of the analysis, whether it's exploring relationships, identifying trends over time, comparing quantities, or understanding the distribution of data. This step ensures that the subsequent visualization aligns with the viewer's needs and expectations, providing relevant and actionable insights. What are the 4 questions asked in data visualization stage? The 4 key questions typically asked during the data visualization stage to guide the development of effective visual representations are: who is the audience? Understanding the audience helps tailor the complexity, design, and type of visualization to match their preferences and expertise. What data are available? Assessing the available data informs what visualizations are possible and how detailed they can be. What do you wish to communicate? This question helps focus on the key message or insight that needs to be conveyed through the visualization. How should the data be visualized? Based on the answers to the previous questions, this involves selecting the appropriate types of charts or diagrams, like bar graphs, line charts, heat maps, etc., that best represent the data in a clear and impactful way.